Everybody, thank you for coming through this morning. Middle of July. Hey, we're middle of winter. 6 more weeks and we're out of it. Hasn't really been a bad winter, but nonetheless, I'm always glad to see winter behind us. Folks, thank you for coming through. You are sitting this morning in the halls of DuePoint. DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company, which is a listed and licensed life and short-term insurance company. Take some time during the course of this morning. Walk past our licenses hanging up on the door next to the front door. Get comfortable with who you're dealing with here today. This is not a startup company. We've been around, first registered 1952. So this business has been part of the financial services space for nearly 7 decades. So we are quite well established in the South African economy. And I encourage you to take some time to do some research about us. Be comfortable with who you're dealing with here this morning. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider. There's our FSP number. Look us up on the FSB's website. Had an interesting conversation with one of my wealth engineers the other day. I'd been talking to someone and said, go and look their FSP license up. And they said, I don't know who the FSB is. Okay, guys, the FSB is the highest authority over all financial services in South Africa. If you're registered with them, then you are legitimate. In fact, it's the only way to be a legitimate financial services company is if you're registered with the Financial Services Board, and that's our FSP number over there. I want you to be comfortable with the team too. The team has been put together for their skill sets, obviously, and their experience in this industry, but the most important aspect of our team is that we're actually right here. This is a homegrown South African company. You can always find us in these 4 walls here. When you go to the Contact Us page on the website, you won't just find an email address or a Skype address to Russia. You will find a telephone number and a physical address on that spot. That's the important thing about this business. I think on many occasions in South Africa at the moment, we're surrounded by and bombarded with opportunities and things, I call them the S words, the scams and the schemes and all the other S words, that we're constantly bombarded with. It's completely destroyed and eroded our trust. And what we want you to know this morning is that we hope and expect you to build trust in us as DuePoint Constantia here today. This is me. I'm Brendan Benfield. I'm the senior executive and founder of this division. This is Tim. He's our banking expert and basically our CFO. This is Stacy. Stacy does a lot of our compliance and is our auditing specialist. Jane is our sales specialist. You've met her outside. And then we got Robbo, who is our design specialist. Between all of us, we've managed to put all of this together that you will see this morning here. Folks, what is it that we do at DuePoint? Well, we have 2 objectives, but our primary objective, the passion that drives everything behind this business, is our desire to put in the hands of individuals in South Africa a tool that allows them to control the growth of recurring income in their own hands. Right now, you all know it, we live in an economy that has taken away our power to earn. Firstly, we know it's shrinking, so there's less to be earned. This isn't official. We're officially technically in a recession. I don't know if there is something other than technically. What was the other version of recession? Recession means the economy is shrinking. You can make that technically or not technically. The economy is shrinking. It means that every year there's less jobs. How do we know this? Well, the statistics showed us that in the first 6 months of this year, 433,000 people lost their jobs. That's how fast our economy is shrinking. So if anybody says, it's shrinking by 4% per annum, what is that? Well, it's about 800,000 people per year that are losing their jobs or becoming unemployed. That is the reality. And it's not going to go away. Recessions can take a decade to turn around. A decade before we turn them around. And that's if we turn them around. Folks, you also know that even if you are employed, which I hope most of you are this morning, well, even there you have no control over your income. Someone else is determining it for you. And you've got no say whatsoever about how much you're going to earn. Someone's going to give you the increase, the bonus, or the promotion, or none of them. And you will have no say over that. We do not have any control over our income. And what that causes in most of us are constant occasions for financial panic. We're in that space together. I know it. Okay? You wake up in the morning and some new disaster has occurred in your life and you have not got the money to pay for it. You can't send your kids to school. You can't pay for college. Granny gets sick and dies and people want you to pay for the funeral. There's always something in our lives calling on our cash and we don't have enough free cash flow to cover it. Now, our hope is, at DuePoint, that we can put a tool in your hands that you control. And that you determine what income you can earn. And it's not a tool that creates once-off income. It's not a shovel that you go and dig a trench, and once the trench is dug, it's done. This is a tool that creates recurring, reliable income. Income that is there month after month after month. Our hope is that if we can do that, we can start bridging the gap between the income you're earning now, which is too little, isn't it? And what you actually need. What have we been using up until now to bridge the gap? We've been using this 4-letter word up here. We've been using debt. It's been our only survival tool. We earn 3,000 or 4,000 less per month than we need, and so we start accumulating debt in all its different versions. Clothing debt, food debt, housing debt, car debt. You name it, we've got it. Personal loans, loan shark loans. You know, everything that we can do to get debt, we do, because we are slowly falling further and further back. Now, we want to start here at DuePoint by unplugging you from that system. We want to unplug you from the debt system by putting another piece in place, removing the debt and using a different block to bridge the gap between what you need and what you're actually earning. And that is the tool that we put in your hands here at DuePoint to create that income. We also hope then that we can start preparing you for the future. No more financial crises, okay? We've said the 2008 financial crisis, the 2002 financial, no more financial crisis for us, okay? We want to be in a position of free cash flow, where we've got more money than we need. Then when a disaster occurs, we can cover it. And there is nothing like the mental freedom and emotional freedom of knowing you can handle a disaster financially. People say to me, Brendan, money's not everything in life. Okay, well, yes, but it is like 99%. So, yeah, sure, go and spend your 1% elsewhere, but for 99% of life, we need money to solve it. And your mental and emotional freedom comes through the fact that you have created free cash flow in your life. And that is what we want to do here with us. Then we want to prepare you for the distant future. At some point in time, you are not going to be able to work anymore. You're not. You are going to be forced to retire. You'll either be too old or you'll have had an accident or something and you'll physically not be able to work anymore. But your expenditure doesn't disappear. You still have to eat. You still have to live. You have to sleep somewhere. And so how do you survive then if you can't generate income? What we've done for generations, we've leaned on our children. We've caused them to pay for us. And we want to turn that around. We want to put you in a position where by that time you have created a recurring, reliable income that's there every month despite the fact that you don't work. It's still there. And therefore you can retire without all of these statistics of what you need for retirement and how much you've got to save that nobody's doing. We want you to be in a position where you don't need this anymore. That's our primary objective. You will see that we are incredibly passionate about that objective here at DuePoint. A secondary objective, folk, is that we are creating a 21st century company in South Africa, one that connects you, our customers, directly to the heart of our business. We use a special system that puts a pipeline between the two of us on a 24-hour basis. Now, when we take these two objectives and we put them together, we come up with what is called the DuePoint system. Now, the DuePoint system is very simple. What it does is it allows you as an individual to contract with us at DuePoint as a wealth engineer. As a wealth engineer, you have one task, the task of connecting individuals to DuePoint. No selling, no marketing, no advertising, no advising, none of just connecting South Africans to us. By connecting South Africans to us, you do what regular advertising does already, which is connect us to the market, penetrate the market. And by doing that, you create channels of distribution for us into which we can come, DuePoint, and facilitate the purchase of our products. When we do that, we obviously create revenue. And when we create revenue, we create that recurring extra income that I was talking about. Why is it recurring? Why is it reliable? Well, because it is debit order run. We do not sell any goods here. You're not going to see any cleaning agents, vitamin pills, energy drinks. You're not going to see any of that stuff here. That's old stuff. That's old school. Okay? Here we run on financial services and lifestyle products that are with you for life. And they run on a computerized debit order system, which means that every month that those debit orders are raised, your income comes in. You don't need to run back to your friends or your family or your acquaintances and beg them to buy every month. because the computer automatically raises the debit orders. This means that when you can't work because you're lying in hospital or you're too old to work, it still comes in every single month. That is how we create the recurring, reliable nature of the income. Folks, the second part of our system is that it allows you to become greater than you currently are. Right now, you're only able to do and create revenue with your two hands in the 8 hours a day light that you're given. That's all you got every day. And you know the moment you put your tools down, the income stops. You get fired, retrenched, sick, it stops at that moment. But with us, we allow you to work on a 24-hour basis, growing teams and channels of individuals that all work towards your greater income success. Now, this is the wonderful freedom of our system. One of the things that I know Rob, the tall guy, his dad used to say to him, he said, don't get into a business that you can only earn income in from 9 until 5 in the 9 until 5 during the day. Get into a business that earns income while you sleep 24 hours a day. My father always said to me, don't run a business where you do not have accumulating income. In other words, you build and you sell and everything, and then at the beginning of the next month, you start at zero again. And then you sell and grow crazy and build, and then at the end of the next month, you start at zero again. He said, don't get into those businesses. Get into a business that accumulates. What you sold last month will pay for again this month. Now, that is exactly what we've built into the system. First of all, it's 24/7. We run this business all hours of the day. 6 o'clock in the morning, we get our first production report. People have become wealth engineers between midnight and 6 in the morning. That's the reality for you as a wealth engineer. And your business accumulates. As your businesses grow, your channels grow with us. Every month you don't start at naught. What you did before is with you as you start into the next month, and so on and so on. This is the type of freedom that allows you to build proper assets. That's something that you haven't done in your life. You've never built an asset. An asset is something that is there always. It's something that can be transferred and sold. That's what we allow you to create with the channels in our DuePoint system. Folks, you are completely independent of DuePoint. This is not an employment contract. I don't want any Facebookers going out after this and starting Facebook pages called DuePoint Recruitment. Because you are not recruiting. No one recruits at DuePoint. Nobody hires. DuePoint's not hiring. Thanks, I have all the staff I need. Okay? This is an independent contract. And we place a tool in your hands, and you will choose when you use it. You will never be dictated to by us when you're going to use this tool. That's your choice. It's absolutely your choice. You want to use it a lot? Yes. If you want to use it a little bit, fine. It's up to you. But it is an input-output tool. Again, the exact opposite of your employment experience. What you put in, it will put out. If you put bad in, it'll put bad out. If you put good in, it'll put good out. If you put a lot in, it'll put a lot out. Now, at your employment, you can be the best you've ever been for an entire month. They're still going to pay you the same as they paid you last month. Okay? That's the exact opposite of what happens with the tool. You will decide. You will decide what you do with our tool here at DuePoint. Folks, there is no risk to becoming a wealth engineer. We understand that in the South African context, we're always losing money. Remember the S words that we were talking about earlier? Yeah. We're always the one paying out money. Thousands. Our entire life of savings going out constantly. At DuePoint, that's not the case. We've designed the system to try and prevent financial loss as far as we could possibly go. Folks, becoming a wealth engineer does not require an upfront payment of any form. There's no starter kit. There's no goods you're going to have to buy today. There's no starter manual that you have to buy. There's no monthly fee for being a wealth engineer. There's no business fee for being a wealth engineer. There's no cost for application forms. There is no fee for being a wealth engineer. By simply being a DuePoint product owner as part of the package, you're already a wealth engineer. You're already a wealth engineer. There is no additional cost in being it. So today, if you decide to do this, you have not taken a risk. You have not taken a financial risk in doing it today. Folks, tomorrow you decide, no thanks, I don't ever want to do this again, I never should have signed up. No problem. You will have lost no money today and no money tomorrow in becoming a wealth engineer. So don't allow that to be something that holds you back today. Today is, look, it's Bill Gates again. We just updated this thing. Flip him and his team. I'm going to fire him. Wait an hour. I don't want to wait any length of time. So folks, it'll cost you nothing to be a wealth engineer. But in addition, it is for everyone. There are no specific qualifications or experience required because you're not representatives of ours. You're not brokers of ours. You're not financial advisors. Again, my Facebookers. I'm the latest financial advisor of DuePoint. No, you are not. Okay? You are not marketers and advertisers. You don't need to be marketing DuePoint or advertising it. You simply connect individuals to us. I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment. You don't have to do any of the things you've had to do in the past if you've been involved in direct selling. One of the things we spent the most amount of time on in designing the DuePoint system was removing all those pieces of work you used to have to do if you've ever done direct selling before. What were they? The advertising, the education. Oh, you had to get educated on all the products. The qualifications, you had to get qualified to do presentations. The cost, you had to pay fees. Then you had to hire venues. Then you had to this, then you had to, all gone in the DuePoint system. Today, if you've done that before, you have to turn all of that off in your head and start a whole new channel of thought through the process of being a wealth engineer here at DuePoint. Folks, this isn't, however, for illiterate individuals. I've had to add this to the presentation because, and I said before, this is not for no qualification or experience is required. People thought they could put 7-year-old children in. No, folks, you can't put somebody in who can't read the application form. Okay? So it's not for illiterate people. This is for people who are entrepreneurial, on fire, wanting to change their circumstances in this life. Okay? They need to at least be able to read the application form. But you do not need any of the statutory and regulatory examinations. You don't need an NQF level 5 education. You do not need years of experience in financial services, which you would need if you were going into the financial services sector. You don't need that in the DuePoint system. Folks, you're building an asset. Because you've got recurring income, it means we can price your channels. Because we can price your channels, you can sell them. You've actually got an asset that can be sold. You can transfer it. It's going to outlive you. It'll be handed over to your children one day, and they will earn from the income that you generated during your lifetime. That's what's going to happen with your channel. We hope to build legacy here at DuePoint. Legacy is where you're able to hand over the work of your life to the next generation, and so on and so on. That's something we don't do in South Africa. That's something we've never done. How do the super wealthy get wealthy? They do it over hundreds of years. Great-granddad starts the business. He hands it over to granddad, who hands it over to dad, who hands it over to son. And then we're jealous. No, they've been stealing everything of ours. No, they put 150 years into growing a business that has legacy. And we're going to do it here too. We're going to put something in your hand that you can start creating legacy for your family with at DuePoint. Folks, there is absolutely no selling. You are excluded from the entire process of sale here at DuePoint. Again, another aspect we've removed from direct selling if you've been involved in it before. We, DuePoint, and our website or e-portal do all the selling. Your task, just to connect individuals to us. So if you are concerned and embarrassed and saying, I can't sell and I hate selling and I'm not selling anything to my friends, good news. And I mean it quite earnestly. Absolutely no selling here at DuePoint. One of my good friends, who I've tried to bring to DuePoint a few times, desperately needs extra income, has refused to come because he tells me, Brendan, I am bad at selling. And I've said to him, you don't have to sell at DuePoint. He goes, no, I don't even want to hear it just in case I have to sell. I said, no, there's no selling. I'm no good with people. Your job is with people. What are you talking about? Folks, you have to get over all of these excuses and hurdles in your mind. There is no selling, no marketing and advertising. This is a simple business. How does it work? It works like this. You have to connect individuals to DuePoint. There are 4 ways that you connect people to DuePoint. One is you go out and you get our USB stick for 150 Rand at the reception counter. It's got me on it. You've got me in your pocket now. And every time you want to show someone DuePoint, you plug it into your smart TV or laptop or computer, and there I am, giving the presentation for you. You use the venue here. If you're in Gauteng and can get here, Monday to Saturday we present, evenings, lunchtimes, mornings. You bring your friends, you bring your acquaintances, you put them in here, we do the presentation to them and everything else. The third way that you connect people to us is through our YouTube channel. Probably your most powerful resource. If you've never used YouTube, today is your first day of the rest of your life. Okay? YouTube is your most powerful resource. It will result in your channel growing 24 hours a day. On YouTube, you will find hundreds of our presentations. Hundreds. You can go pick your favorites. Anytime, anywhere, you just click a button, and there we are presenting to your friends, your family, your acquaintances. Any screen with an internet connection, and you've got us right there. And then the fourth way is we live stream. We live stream every single presentation we do Monday through Saturday. So if you're at work or at home or anywhere else, as long as you've got a screen with an internet connection, you can tune in live whenever we do this presentation. Right now, we've got hundreds of people around the country watching us. Hundreds, multiples of this venue watching us around the country right now, live and in living color. Okay? And you've got that tool. You don't have to say a single word about any of our products or even about the system. All you need to say, this is the big test now. There's 2 test questions. I used to have 1, but I've added another question to my test. After the presentation, I always get people come and say to me, Brendan, when I'm selling your Access Wealth product, and then I'm like, no, you do not sell any of our products. We do that. So when you ask me then, but then what do I say to people? This is the answer to the test. I'm giving it to you now. Remember it for afterwards. I'm going to ask you. So if you don't hear any part of this presentation other than the next 10 seconds, this is the 10 seconds to remember. What is it that you as a wealth engineer tell someone about DuePoint? Our number 1 product as wealth engineers is the sale of the most in-demand commodity in South Africa right now. Income. Do you need more income? Yes, right, come with me. There, that is your sales pitch for DuePoint. You're going to ask me, how do I invite people to DuePoint? I just showed you. Do you need more income? It is the most in-demand commodity in the country right now. No one can say no. And then you say, I need 15 minutes of your time. I need 60 minutes of your time. Whatever you feel you can get from them, you get, and you go, here, watch. Shush, watch. What's the product say? Shush, watch. I don't want to do network, but shush, watch. That's what you do. That is what you do. No, but they ask me questions about the product. You say, here are the answers. Watch. That's what you do. That's all you have to do to connect individuals to us. Now, when you do that, and you go out and do that, some of the people you show the presentation to are going to catch the vision and feel the passion of what we're trying to do here. When they do, they'll want to become wealth engineers. You will fill their application forms out with them, and they'll become wealth engineers. And we will allocate them to you, and your channel will be born. These people will go out and do the same thing. Some of these people that they speak to will become wealth engineers, and we will allocate them to you. And so this process will repeat itself until you've got tens, hundreds, maybe thousands of individuals around the country talking about DuePoint. This is not made up. This is actually happening on a daily basis here at DuePoint. Last month, 5,000 new people became wealth engineers. This month is probably going to be about 6,500. So this is happening. So even if you're like, these things don't work and they're not going to happen, guys, it's happening. You want to hurry up and get in before it's too late. Not that it's really going to ever be too late, but I'm just saying now's the time for you to get in. It's happening like crazy across our country. This could be your channel going out. Now, what you can see is that you're doing the work of connecting the dots here, and it is penetrating the South African market. By penetrating it, you have now created for us this channel, this platform into which we can come as DuePoint and make the sale. You don't have to do that. We'll do it. We come along and we facilitate the purchase of the products across this platform, and your income is born. Now, what's very important to note, folks, is that we are not one of those S words. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. We are a listed, licensed, regulated financial services insurance company. People say, who underwrites you? We underwrite us. We're the insurance company, one of 14 in the country. Okay, there's only 14, and we're one of them. Okay? And what it means is that when you create income through the DuePoint system, it is not a process of getting rich overnight. Some people go, I know 5,000 people on Facebook, I'm going to be rich tomorrow. No. This is like creating any form of genuine income, like your career. Did it take 5 minutes for you to get to 100,000 Rand a month? No. It took decades. But on Facebook, they'll tell you, look, do this thing, and in 3 months, you'll be on 100,000 Rand a month. No career ever took anybody to 100,000 Rand a month in 3 months. It's nonsense. This is genuine. And so you'll have to put time and energy and thought and persistence into the growth of your channel. Where you apply yourself like that, you can change your life with the DuePoint system. You can. We've seen it happen already here. Complete life-changing. But it will require your time, your energy, and your effort, and your thought. This is not this like easy, just plug me in and I make money. Okay, that always frustrates me. People come to me and say, no, but I did this, why am I not earning? What do you mean you did this, why are you not earning? That does not create income. Time creates income. Time and input, that's what creates income, and that's the way the system works. Now, it's relatively easy to earn a little bit of money here at DuePoint, but it's quite difficult to change your life with it. That's where the time comes in. Let me show you. For instance, we have 2 ways that you earn through the DuePoint process. The first one is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 every time somebody in your channel makes a successful debit order payment, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel the payment's made. So for instance, you went out, you spoke to a few people, they took up a product, they made their payments. You get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. That's R55. Not R5, not R1, not R12. R55. Every month for every product that is successfully paid. It's material money. This is 21st century stuff. It's not from the 1990s. This is money you can spend now. Now they go out, they chat to a few more people, they take some products up, they make their payments. Again, you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. That's R55 again. You've only been here for 5 minutes in this particular example. You're earning just under R1,000 a month. It's significant given the amount of effort, but sure, it hasn't changed your life yet, but you're feeling it already. Now you get a bit more serious, you put a bit more time into your channel, it grows out, you start earning on a reducing basis down to the 8th point. However, there is no limit to how much you can earn in the DuePoint system. This is how we're going to create this legacy for you. From the 8th point onwards, you always get 4% of R27.50. So if you build a channel that's 25 points big, and you qualify to earn, you're going to earn on all the points from 8 to 25 at 4% of R27.50. You hand it over to your children. They build it to 50 points. As long as they qualify to earn, they will earn 4% of R27.50 from the 8th point to the 50th point. Folks, this is how we're going to create that ongoing income into the hands of you. We do not wish to limit your potential here. We wish to allow you to have a tool that grows to the size you want to grow it to in the DuePoint system. All right, now people say to me, Brendan, is this just a once-off payment? No, it's not. It's a financial service, like all financial services. You've got to pay every single month. It's a monthly debit order that's got to be paid. And as long as that debit order is paid, you get paid. That's how the system works. Now, let's look at that more practically. How fast are you guys going to grow? Well, every single one of you is going to grow at a different rate. I know that. I got some of you this morning that are going to totally catch the vision. You're going to commit to it. You're going to say, forget it. In the next 10 years, I want to be in a position where I don't need my regular job anymore, where somebody else is telling me what to do, how to earn, and when to work. I'm going to do this properly. And you're going to grow like crazy. You're going to absolutely bananas. Then I'm going to have a couple of you who are going to say, listen, I want to balance this out with my job. I want to do this a couple hours a month, and I want to continue to strive forward in my career, and I'm going to build both incomes into my household. Fantastic. You'll grow at a medium rate. And then I've got some of you who are going to get all excited this morning, and then are going to do absolutely nothing after today. Because as soon as you realize you have to do some work, you're going to go, I don't like work, I don't do work, and I'm out. Okay? So how the hell do I calculate how much you can earn in the returns program? Well, we've got to kind of work out a few averages. We went away, we got 2 decades of information, and we built out of that data what we think is a conservative growth rate. Okay? You don't have to grow like this. It's just an example. We call it the 3+2 growth formula. What it says in your first month with us, you put 3 people on your first point. Not exactly onerous, should fit into the guys who really don't want to do any work. Okay? 3 people in an entire month. Then every month thereafter, you put 2 people on your first point. 1 on average every 2 weeks. Really not onerous. Okay? We were trying to be as conservative and as reasonable as we could be. Okay, so if you can do that every single month, +2, +2, +2, +2, and work with your guys to do the same, and we get rid of our lapses and cancellations and all of those bits and pieces in the mathematics, we believe that after 6 months, you can reasonably expect to be earning about R2,500 a month. You can see it's not like Facebook. Ooh, 3 months, R100,000 a month. Yeah, no, there's no such thing. And even if you see a DuePoint Facebook page that says, oh, I've done the math. I saw a great one the other day. I've done the maths. You just put 10 people in, who put 10 people in, who put 10 people in, who put 10 people in. In 4 months, you're earning R780,000 a month. What? No. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. Like I just told you, all of you grow at a different rate. You might put 10 people in, yes, but only 2 of them are going to put 10 people in. One's going to put nothing in, and another one's going to put 2 in. Like it's, it doesn't work like that. Reasonable expectation. 6 months of putting just 2 in a month and working with your team, you'll be earning 2,500 rand a month. So if you want to balance out your job and this is kind of where we're at, okay? 6 months from now, you've increased your household earnings by 30,000 rand a year. Okay, you still got your job. We never ask anyone to quit. You still got your job. Fantastic. But we just tacked on the end an extra 2,500 rand a month, reliably and recurring every month. What does 2,500 rand a month do for you right now? And so, let's pull out that list of problems. Just line them all up in your head, okay, that you've got. Remember, money doesn't buy everything, but let's do the full list, okay? How many can we cross off with just an extra 2,500 rand a month? Okay, start thinking along the school fees, groceries, clothes. Just look at that. Okay, good. Now, you do 6 more months with us. 6 more months, 12 months, all right, a year. So it's midwinter next year, all right? And we think you can reasonably expect to be earning about 9,000 to 10,000 rand a month. 120,000 rand a year extra. So you've worked for 1 year, and you've got a 10,000 rand raise. So you need to ask yourself, how many of you are going to get a 10,000 rand raise this year? Not many. Maybe some of you, lucky few, but not many are going to get you can engineer, that's why we call you wealth engineers, you can engineer your own increase in the next 12 months. It's up to you. It's not up to me, it's up to you. No guarantees. You're going to work and engineer your own increase of 10,000 rand in the next 12 months. You can, with us, quite reasonably. And you can balance that with your job. Now you've got an extra 10 grand, think about what you're earning right now. What does an extra 10,000 rand do for you? How many problems fall off the list? Okay, I'm just asking. That's 12 months from now. It's not 3 months, it's not 5. Here's the 3-month mark over there. You see that little, it's right there. We're going to go through this whole thing like this, okay? And that's 3 months over there, all right? Now, can I tell you that that's where we lose most of you? 3 months in. You know why? Because you come to me and you go, Brendan, I'm not doing this anymore. So much hard work. I've spoken to everyone. Everyone says no. So then I've sat with many and I've said, right, let's draw up a list of all the names of people you've spoken to. The longest list I've got so far is 14 people. That's the longest, I kid you not. 14 people? There are 51 million people in South Africa. You spoke to 14 people who said no to you? I feel like you might be quitting a little early. But 90 days, you'll come out. Because you know what's happening at 90 days? If you're at 2,500 at 6, you're actually on about 500 rand at month 3. And what you do is you come to me and say, no ways, Brendan, I've been working flat out for months and months and months now. And I'm on 500 rand. There's no ways I'm doing this business. What you don't realize is that 3 more months and months and months, and you'll have gone from 500 to 2,500. And if you do another 6 months, you go from 2 to 10. You have to pay with time. In anything, if you were starting your own business, do you think you'd be earning after 3 months? I can assure you wouldn't be earning after 3 years. That's how businesses work. You do not earn. I saw this wonderful write-up about the characteristic differences between an entrepreneur and an employee. Employees earn immediately. They get annual leave immediately. They carry no risk. Entrepreneurs earn much later in life, sometimes decades later. They carry all the risk, personally, financially. They have no time for holidays and time off. And we always say, as entrepreneurs, we say, we get to choose the hours we work. We just choose to work them all. I'll let that sink in. That's the reality, folks, for us. You cannot get rich overnight. But in 1 year's time, recurring, reliably, possibly for the rest of your life, you've got 10 extra thousand rand every month that you don't have to work a minute for after that. You don't have to work another minute. It's there. Every month those debit orders run. That's the position you find yourself in. Can you do 2 years of that? 2 years, 24 months, and we reckon you can reasonably estimate to be earning about 27 to 30,000 rand a month. So you've now increased 2 years of labor. You've increased your earnings by 360,000 rand a year. And I feel that this is quite reasonable. I'm going to demonstrate to you why in a minute. Quite reasonable and quite conservative. 2 years of work, 30,000 rand more a month. 3 years of labor, and we reckon you'll be on about 40 to 45,000 rand a month, nearly 600,000 rand a year. Not many of you are earning 600,000 rand a year right now. If you can do 4 years with us, we reckon you'll be on about 60 to 65,000 rand a month, 720,000 rand a year. That's beyond the aspirations of most people. You've done that in 4 years. 4 years. If you can do half a decade with us, half a decade, that's not 3 months, guys. That's not I've been working for months and months and months. No, it's 60 months, 5 years. We reckon you can reasonably and conservatively estimate to earn about 80 to 100,000 rand a month. That's R1 million. R1 million a year, you're in the top 0.5% of earners. It has taken you half a decade, which is an extremely long time when you're in it and an extremely short time when you're out of it. Think about the last 5 years. They just disappeared. Poof. Hey? 2013 was 5 years ago. Hey, when I go 5 years ago, it's like 2010, maybe 2009. No, it's 2013. 2013, that's 5 years. It's very quick when you're in it. When you're in it, it's a long time. So I get that response to this. People go, the problem with DuePoint is you earn too slowly. Well, no, the real problem with DuePoint is we create lifetime, recurring, reliable income. And when you're going to do that, you're going to have to put time in. You're going to. But then I ask you the question, how long have you been employed for? How many years, how many decades have you worked for? How come you're not complaining to them that the problem with this job is I earn too slowly? You don't even, look, can I tell you, when I talk to people about DuePoint, they go, I don't want that, what I need is a job. That's what they tell me, what I need is a job. So that they can get into another dead-end cycle. You know the decades you've spent working. You didn't get anywhere near what's on this board. You didn't. Because you were not in control of the tool. You were not. We need to put you in control of the tool. It is going to require work. It is going to take time. You are going to be frustrated. Welcome to the world of entrepreneurship. That's right. But where you push through, you are in control of the outcome. And that changes everything about your future. Then people say, this is just marketing. Nobody ever earns this much. Well, bad luck. We've already got people earning this much, so we're quite happy. But it's true, we do like to convert the maths into real life. So let's look at a couple of examples. We've got many, many of them on our YouTube channel, but here's just this month's selection that we picked out. If you come this week's Tuesday, we've got a bunch of new people who are going to be giving their stories here at DuePoint. But here's the latest version. We've got Denzel. Denzel with us from August last year. So what's that, nearly a year now? Okay, nearly a year. He says he didn't do anything for the first 6 months because he was very skeptical. He wanted to just watch and see what was going on. Saw lives being changed, started working in February. February, March, April, $2,300 a month. Now, I said it would take 6 months to get to 2,500. Remember? 3 months in, he's about there. 4 months, 5 months. 5 months to 9,800. I said it would take a year to get to 9 to 10,000 rand a month. Now, even if we take Denzel's full year, yeah, okay, my maths looks like it works out about right. 9,000. All right. See, there's the phone ringing. Woo! Don't have to give away the certificates again. All right, folks. 5 months' time. Can you picture 5 months from now? What's 5 months from now? It's Christmas. It's Christmas. What would it do for you during December this year if you had an extra 10 grand a month to spend? And not just for Christmas, it's 10 grand a month from then. Okay? You can choose to do. The reason I'm putting this to you is because you're actually the one that's going to decide. Denzel made his decision. He watched for 6 months. He went, no, I'm not doing this until I know it's real. And then he went, hang on, this is real. Let me do it. Let me properly do it. You will decide. I often say, in the DuePoint system, folks, we have got no bottlenecks, no speed bumps, no stoppages, no nothing. You'll find in our system, nothing is going to slow you down. The only part of the system that we could not fix, that we could not make reliable and perfect, was you. You muck up the whole system the whole time. You will be the only thing that slows you down in this. And it'll be your excuses, your decision-making, your circumstances. That's what it's going to be. You will have to choose in all of those what you want. Do you want the success and freedom, or do you want to collapse under your excuses, circumstances, and thoughts and processes? That's what you'll have to make, that decision every single day. Then we've got Nonkabela, down in East London, Eastern Cape, she does not get the option of this room. She doesn't get to get free presentations here 6 days a week. No, she has to use our live streamed presentation. She has to use our YouTube channel, okay? First day of the rest of your life, okay? And what has she done? Well, she joined us a year ago, more than a year ago, March, 15 months ago. Super skeptical. Down in the Eastern Cape, schemes and scams everywhere. And someone came to her with this, and she was like, it's another one. But she joined just to watch. And she watched a couple of our wealth engineers, saw their lives completely changed. And in February this year, she said, this is nonsense. I got to get involved. And so she put her head down and got involved. February, March, April, 3-6. May, June. 5 months to 11,000 Rand a month. 5 months to 11 grand. What does 11 grand a month do for you? What does it do? She's doing it remotely. This business is nationwide. It's nationwide. You do not need this room to build this channel. You do not need this office. Everything of ours is online, 24/7. For you to be building your business with us here. Then we've got Cosmo City. Shout out to Cosmo City. Okay? Joined us a year ago, put her head down straight away, got cracking. 12 months later, she's on 20 grand a month. 12 months. What does an extra 240,000 Rand a year mean for you right now? She runs her own business. School, 6 days a week. Does not have time for this business. If that's one of your excuses this morning, I'm sorry, I don't have time for this. Welcome to the club of I do not have time for this. Okay? Nobody in this room has got time for this. This is now a time allocation decision. You're going to move and shift your time to fit this in. Okay, so that is not an excuse. She didn't have the excuse because she changed her time allocation, and now she earns an extra 20,000 Rand a month in her channel. What does that do to your personal economic position? Folks, we have got 50, 60, 70 testimonies on our YouTube channel. They're all filmed. You can watch them, listen to them. Some guys are earning 700 Rand a month. Some guys are earning 5,000 Rand a month. Some guys are earning 85,000 Rand a month. Go and see it. Go and look at them. See how people are using the system to change their life. That's just the first way you earn. That's just the first way. Split it now with the second way that you earn. All right? The second way that you earn is through our XP Rewards program. This is completely independent and on top of that. Okay? Our XP Rewards program is our training program. It's how we train you from beginner to expert. One of your excuses this morning might be, I don't know how to do this. Good news. We're going to teach you. We're going to teach you step by step by step. We're going to teach you how to do this business and be magnificent at it. As you complete the steps, you earn XP points in our program. XP points are worthless. They're not worth rands and cents. I had another guy call in on Friday going, I want to claim my XP points and convert it into money. No, bad news for your Friday. XP is not worth anything. It is simply a measure of your experience in our system. It's how we see how experienced and mature you are becoming as a wealth engineer. That's all it's worth, okay? But as that happens, your channel naturally starts growing. And where you meet the maturity and experience levels and the channel size levels, in our program, we start to reward you. Best training program in the country. Instead of getting like trinkets like you do when you do your work training, here we actually start by giving you some money. That's what you need when you're building your channel, is more money. Then as you get more mature and your channel grows, so does the money that we pay you. Then we start to equip you with tools. Tools we know from our years of experience are the best in accelerating the growth of your channels. At rank 5 in our program, we give you an imported lightning memory stick, plugs into every single electronic device in South Africa, and it has all of our presentations, downloads, and tools on it. Which means that anywhere, any time of the day, you can be talking to someone about DuePoint. Then at rank 7, we give you the most powerful tool you can have in this business, which is your own business card. Not some cheap set from up the road. This is an imported set of business cards for you. It's a set worth 12,500 Rand that you get. It's gold gilded, it's gold printed, it is custom made for you. It goes to 3 separate printing companies. It takes 6 weeks to put together. When you give someone the Ferrari of business cards, they are going to ask you, who is DuePoint and what do you do for them? And your conversation is begun. Do we remember what you say at that point? Yes, you just say, I've got this fantastic investment product for you. No. That's not what you say. I want to recruit you into DuePoint. No. You do not recruit, you do not sponsor, you do not, none of that, okay? You say, do you need extra income? Yes. Shh, watch this. That's what you do. But that card is your ticket to that movie show. Okay, you can give them a box of popcorn with it. Then, at rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size, for the rest of your life, we take you and your family away once a year for 7 days, business class, 5-star, all expenses paid. As long as you maintain. Now, don't get too excited. Why are you getting excited? You are rank 0. This isn't for you. This is only for rank 9s. If you are rank 9 and you maintain your channel size, every year we will take you away. And we don't go to the caravan park. We don't go to Aventura Bloemfontein. We don't. 5-star, business class, all expenses paid. Every year for the rest of your life. Now, the thing is, what I have done is I've put a table out. You can imagine the Trelly table I've just put out. And I've laid all of this on it for you today. And you're getting really excited about it. You are. But within 5 minutes after this presentation, you'll go, oh, the work is too much. I don't want it anymore. I want you to look at this. We're going here this year, incidentally. We're going here in December. Do you think when you're lying on the beach there with me over there, you think when you're lying on the beach there having been flown across business class, you'll go, the work was too much. But you're going to do that. In the next 90 days, the vast majority of you are going to come to me and say the work is too much. And I'm going to say to you, well, what is the work? No, I've got to connect people to DuePoint. It's too heavy a burden. I'd rather go back and dig trenches. You have to make a very clear decision, not just today, every day going forward, that what you have been given at DuePoint is arguably your only ticket to economic freedom that there is in South Africa right now. If you can find another one that costs you nothing and can create this level of economic freedom, please come and tell me, because I'm going to go there too. I am quite honest and happy to chat with all of you to say that there is not another one. Unless you are massively politically connected in this country, there is not another one that will get you here. You are going to work. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're going to put time in. Absolutely. You're going to put time in. But think about everything I've told you this morning, and then think about every December having a holiday like that to pay for the work that you've done that year, plus the earnings. It's all on the table in front of you. You just have to decide whether you want it. There isn't like the top 5 rank 9s or the first 5 rank 9s that go. It's all rank 9s. You are absolutely welcome to be there. We're going in December. It's 5 months left. You can be there. We will have other people, maybe some in this audience this morning, some of you watching us live. Some of you will definitely be there in December. We've already got 2 business classes filled. 2 airplanes business classes are filled already with DuePoint people. So if you just think like, it's their 2 actors. Only the 2 actors are going. I'm having to pay for 2 business class planes for the actors. No. It's already happening because there are those that will make the decision. I'm changing my circumstances. I'm changing my future. I'm getting off this treadmill to nowhere, and I'm making something of my life. It's a decision many people are unwilling to make. No, what I need is a job. That's what they'll say. Can't help them. Every year. So for those of you who are unfortunate enough not to lie on this beach with me here, this is actually where we're going.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
will you hit the lights there for me? Guys, as I said, a whole lot of people coming with us already. We can't even fit them all on the screen. This should be you. Is that your silhouette? That's the question you're going to have to answer for yourselves. It can be you. We're going in December. There's enough time. There's enough time for any one of you to make it with us. And then it's not just this year, it's every year. And if you miss this year, it doesn't matter because you can go next year. This is the wonderful thing about this business. You don't start from zero every month. You don't start from zero every year. What you put in between now and December, you'll have when you start next year. It's that much easier to get to rank 9 next year because it's an accumulating 24-hour-a-day business, creating revenue and freedom for you. At rank 11, we give you another very useful tool, your own car. It's not branded. It's not rented to you. It's not given to you and taken away. You don't finance it through us. No, it's yours. This is at our offices when we gave our last rank 11 their car. It's your car. Our hope is that you'll build your freedom with it. Yeah, no, don't get too excited. You're right. You're rank 0. This is rank 11. These are decisions you'll make that will change your life, and you're going to make them every day between now and then. Folks, every month we run what are called wealth quests. These ones you can get excited about. They're designed to be completed in a single month. Any one of you can complete them. If you do complete them and meet the criteria of the wealth quest, it's designed to reward you with tools that will help accelerate the growth of your channel. So, for instance, this month we've got the quest for quality. We want you to put the right things in. Remember this tool? If you put bad in, it puts bad out. If you put good in, it puts good out. We want you to be putting good in. We want you to get the best quality individuals into your business. What do we say? We say put 2 people in this month on your first point and get them qualified. If you want to know what qualified means, talk to a lead wealth engineer. That's the person who brought you here today. Get them qualified and then have everyone on your first and second point make their payments successfully this month. If you can do that by the end of July, 5,000 Rand extra cash into your account. Next month, it could be an iPad or an iPhone or a smart TV or data and Wi-Fi routers. Every month it's different. Every month from the 1st of August, it'll be something brand new. But each month is designed to get you equipped and to build sustainable channels with you. So people say to me, Brendan, how do you afford to do all of this? How does the cash work? Well, it all comes out of product payments. There's no other form of funding. Like the traditional forms of advertising. What do we do in the traditional insurance and banking companies? We bomb you with adverts. TV, radio, billboards, bathrooms, taxis, you name it, we got adverts up everywhere. SMS campaigns. Costs us hundreds of millions a month. What do? We reverse that cost into your payments. That's how we pay for it. So your funeral cover, your banking fees, your car cover, your life insurance, any one of those has got 30 to 50% of it is next month's marketing. That's how we do it. We just build the maths like that. Now, we've done exactly the same thing at DuePoint. The only difference is we do 0 advertising. 0. No, you're never ever going to see a TV advert or a radio advert for us or a billboard. You're never going to see any adverts of ours because we use you. You connect the individuals for us. And as a result, all that money that we would have paid to SABC and DSTV and all of that, that's now available to you. Simply how the maths works here with us. Now, there are 3 products that we as DuePoint facilitate the purchase of in your channels that you create for us. Okay? We do it, not you. Remember, no selling. This is where you go, when I'm selling your Access Wealth Plan, no. And when you set your Facebook page up that has Access Wealth, has this and this, you're going to get a call from us, which is going to say, take your page down right now. Because what do you do with individuals? Geez, I'm giving the answer away like 3 times. Pull me, you think they're going to remember the answer by the end of this presentation. What you do is you say, do you need extra income? Yes, right. Shh, watch. Okay? You're not going to put up our products. You're not going to. That's our job. Now, our first one is our Access Wealth Plan. It's 299 Rand a month. Bank-breaking stuff. Okay? 299 Rand a month. For that, you get your very own tax-free investment account. Your very own tax-free investment account. We take 100 Rand from it. We put it into the investment account. Now, it's a no-notice, no-restriction period investment account, which means the money is immediately available to you. Immediately, you can draw it. That means that the price is actually only 199 Rand a month because the other 100 Rand's in your investment account and you can draw it at any time. For the 199 Rand, you get 110,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. 110,000. And, as I said, you're a wealth engineer. Now, our second product is our Wealth Guard. It's 274 Rand a month. For 274 Rand, you get 1.1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. No notice periods, no waiting periods, no deferred benefit periods. You pay your 274, and you're undercover, and if you pass away from an accident, your beneficiaries get 1.1 million rand. There's no medical examinations or declarations. There's no maximum age limit. It means that everybody can take this product. Doesn't matter how old, doesn't matter what pre-existing conditions they have. 1.1 million rands with a personal accident cover. Folks, our third product, our non-financial, non-insurance product, is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. Love this product. What we've done is we've gone out as a big corporate and we have negotiated with piles of different suppliers for the best prices, vouchers, discounts, account managers that we can possibly get as a 7-decade-old insurance company. And as a member now, you, as a member of our Wealth Points Buyers Club for 274 Rand a month, you get access to all of those discounts. You can come in and instead of paying the prices you pay right now at ShopRite Checkers, you can pay our prices at ShopRite Checkers. Instead of paying your prices at Hirsch's when you need fridges and appliances and that, you pay our prices. Just one payment will save you the 274 Rand membership fee that you have to pay each month because of the size of the discounts. We've just put on a new supplier, Always On. This month has joined us. Is a data supplier from Dimension Data. There are 2,500 Wi-Fi hotspots around the country. And they gave us a 65% discount on their rates. I don't know when last you got a 65% discount. 65%. For a gig of data, 36 Rand a month. How much are you paying for a gig of data right now? 150, 170? Huh? 36 Rand 48 on their Wi-Fi network. Guys, as a member of our club, you can call in. We add this to your debit order, and every month going forward, for $30 a month, you've got a gig of data on the Always On Wi-Fi network around the country. That's just one supplier out of all the suppliers you get for $274 on our Wealth Points product. I love that product. I think it's absolutely incredible. Read about them all on our website. Folks, as a wealth engineer, you get the support of the entire executive and management team. Monday to Saturday, you can book us. We will work with you. We'll work with your channels, strategize, train you personally. If you're around the country, we do live stream meetings with you and your teams from this office. We live stream to you guys. You get that at no cost. You get to use all of our facilities here. Presentation rooms, boardrooms, breakaway rooms, free Wi-Fi, tea and coffee, Monday to Saturday. No cost to you. You get all of our IT infrastructure and development at no cost to you. You get nationwide footprint because everything's live streamed and kept on YouTube. You can be building your channels anywhere in the country at no cost to you. This morning is not a decision, folks, about risk for you. We're already down the canal without a paddle when it comes to risk, personally. We're in big trouble. We're in big, big trouble in this country. You know it. I don't have to tell it to you. Economically, you can feel it. You can feel it in your own economics. We have to start making decisions to change. We can't be going, oh, I need to go and do more research about DuePoint. Folks, it'll be disappointing research. I've just given you everything. Our website contains absolutely everything. Bill Gates. It contains absolutely everything, folks, in it. You can go and look it up there. But that's not the decision we feel you should be making this morning. This morning, it should be a discussion around, am I ready to start changing my economic future? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. If you do decide to do that, folks, and become a wealth engineer, it is super, super simple. All you've got to do is hook up into our free Wi-Fi, take your tablet, your smartphone, go to our website, DuePoint.net. I call it our secret hidden website because nobody ever goes there. DuePoint.net, go there. Click the apply button. It's the big blue one. I had someone say I went to your website and I couldn't find it. On the home page, giant blue button. It says apply now. Click that one. Fill out the application form, and in 5 minutes, you're a wealth engineer. No cost, no money having left your pockets. Okay? When you become a wealth engineer, you'll receive a W number. That's the birth of your channel. That's the birth of your asset. You will then decide whether it's worthless or whether it's legacy. That's a decision that you will make at that point. Then sit with your lead wealth engineer, tell them what your goal is, and set up a plan to get there. If you don't have those two things, you won't move. So make sure you've got a plan and a goal. We've got all the tools that you need, folks, all the tools that you need. So go out and get them. They're at reception. You can get the USB sticks with our presentations, power banks to make sure your phones don't run out of power. That when someone this morning is going to ask for power, watch. Get the power bank. We've got caps and other material for you to put on to start conversation. We've got business cards for you. Not 12,500 rand sets, very reasonable sets that you can get that on magnificent quality, that you can start. All the tools are here for you to start changing your future. How serious and how determined are you to change your future? That will be answered in all the tools that you gather and in the decisions you make going forward. Then, folks, as a wealth engineer, we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is free to subscribe. Once you've done that, every time we go live, your phone will ping. Every time we upload a video, your phone will ping. It is your most useful tool. Subscribe to it. And then download our free app onto your phone. Okay? Now remember, the app is just a tool. Our website, our portal, DuePoint.net, is where DuePoint lives. Okay? Not in the app. People get very excited about the app, but the app is just another tool. The app plugs you into your channel in real time. It'll give you a view of what's happening in your channel as it happens. It's got your tools on it. It's got all your personal information and documents on it. So it's good to have it on your phone or your tablet. Make sure you get it today. And then, folks, if you use this venue and you come here, make sure you book. Go to events on your app or on our website and book your name in. You don't have to put your guests in. Just put your name in so that they let you in at the gate. South Africa, security, what can we do? Book in. Make sure your name's on the list, then they don't turn you away. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see that we are quite serious about what we're doing here at DuePoint. This is not like anything else you have seen before, even if you want desperately to believe it is not. This is something quite unique in the South African context, and we are putting everything into it. We want you to be part of it with us. If you've got questions or concerns, ask us. Ask your lead wealth engineers. Get your questions answered. We've had to answer those questions. We've had to ourselves. Get them answered. But don't walk out of here today without this tool. Don't make the decision to stay on the path you're on. We're not getting anywhere on that path. We've got to change it. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you all outside, and thanks to all of you who've tuned in live this morning.